people thought it was impossible for different identities to gather in a single political entity, particularly a democracy. And what makes a democracy distinct? It's people get to participate in public life, right? So you could have religious diversity in a dictatorship or in an empire because the dictator would basically curtail or contain your identity. But in a democracy, you actually get to articulate your identity. You get to say you're pro-life or pro-choice. You get to say where you think the line should be drawn in the Middle East. And you get to try to affect public discourse and policy. And so the idea that you would live alongside people who were literally trying to enact a policy that was opposite of your, not just politics, but your identity.
Yeah.
People thought that was impossible. And here we are attempting that in the United States. And I have to say, people say all the time about how terrible things are going. And I think things could be a lot better in the United States. Let me be clear. But I read a New York Times article 10 or 12 years ago that I write about in my book, We Need to Build, which begins with the image when there is a fire on the Muslim side of the city of Mostar in the nation of Bosnia and Herzegovina. The Catholic fire department does not respond. When there's a fire on the Catholic side of Mostar, the Muslim fire department does not respond. Now you read that as an American, and it's like you're reading about Mars, because we don't have Catholic and Muslim fire departments, right? But what you're actually reading is a description of most of human history. In most of human history, groups that convene around a particular identity, Muslim, Catholic, they build institutions that serve their own community. Yeah. And that oftentimes are in tension with and sometimes actively cultivate hostility with other communities.